Hello everybody, welcome to a new video, and today we're going to be doing another installment of the How to Play COD series. This is episode 2, and today we're going to be talking about some game modes. In the last episode we looked at create a class, so hopefully now you've had a look through and seen, what kind of class you want to make, and hopefully you've got a class that you want to use, or a few classes that you want to try out on different maps, different game modes, and that's what we're going to be looking at today, is the game modes. So obviously I'm not going to go through every single one of them and the differences between each one. I'm just going to go through the main ones and ones that I think, ones with different play styles and ones that, give you a different gameplay experience. So first off, we've got Team Deathmatch. Now this is the most simple of all the game types that you can play. It's 6v6 teams on all of the maps, and basically the objective of the game is the first team to get to 100 kills wins. Basically, it's 75 on other CODs, but Black Ops 3 they boosted it up to 100 because I think that was kind of worthwhile because the games go on a bit longer then, and it gives you more time to build up streaks and get more kills and such. There's no objectives in this game. It's literally you run around the map, trying to get as many kills as possible, and trying to not die as much, pretty much. But that's what it. But I would recommend playing TDM initially as your first game mode because it's very simple. It allows you to learn the movement, learn the maps and all that stuff, learn how to it's good for testing out guns. I personally play TDM all the time, even though I've been playing COD for years. I still play TDM because it's such a relaxed game mode. You don't need to do anything but kill people, and that's very much how my personal playstyle works. I just love running around slaying. So yeah, if you're looking for a game mode to start off with, I'd definitely recommend starting off with Team Deathmatch. Now free-for-all. Free-for-all is a all-view game mode, so there's no teams or anything. It can be from players from 4 to 8, like it says there. So it's every man for himself. So you literally got to go around killing every person you basically see, and it's the first person to 30 kills wins. I'm personally not a massive fan of free-for-all. It kind of fucks with my head a bit. I'm very much used to team game modes because that sort of plans how I play. I'll go into that in further detail in later episodes because it's sort of free-for-all spawning and stuff is slightly different, and it requires a bit more learning to play free-for-all. But if I suppose if you're not looking for team game modes, I'm pretty sure it's the only non-team game mode there is. So you literally just run around, kill as many people as you possibly can, and hopefully, be the first place winner with 30 kills there. But yeah, if you're looking for a game mode, it can be fast and slow paced. It depends on the map and depends on the players, obviously. Yeah, it's definitely a good game mode to try out. I recommend, trying out as many game modes as possible and, seeing what works for you, seeing what playstyle works for you. But yeah, free-for-all is a good game type if you like that sort of thing. Now we got Search and Destroy. This is a very popular game type. It's 6v6 teams. Now the rules are quite different on Search and Destroy. Basically there's 2 bombs, so there's 2 bomb objectives. One team defends the bombs, the other team tries to plant the bomb. Now there's no respawning, so once you die in one round there's no respawn, so you have to wait to the next round to respawn. And yeah, so basically you've either got to defend or destroy the bomb. That's basically you switch between rounds between attacking and defending. So it's quite a slow game type. A lot of people take it a lot. I think it's one of those it's a more serious game type because you only have 1 life per round, so people are a lot more campy. It's not a very fast-paced game type. So if you're looking for fast play, lots of kills, lots of action, I probably wouldn't play Search and Destroy. I'd try it out because it's very good as an objective game mode if you want to try, playing super smart and stuff like that, trying out certain strategy and things like that. It's very much a strategic game mode. It's very fun if you've got 6 people on your team as well. If you've got a six man, if you've got like 6 friends with you, it's very fun to try and play some Search and Destroy. I'm personally not a fan, obviously, because I love running around killing people, and I can't. When I die, I just want to spam square and respawn, and I can't. It's really annoying. But yeah, so if you want to play some Search and Destroy, play some Search and Destroy. If you're looking for a bit more of an objective game mode, maybe you came over from games more like Battlefield or Counter-Strike, which are a bit more strategic. Search and Destroy very much fits in with that kind of thing. Domination. Domination is also one of the most popular game types. There's 3 flags. You've got an A flag, a B flag, and a C flag. The B flag is always in the middle of the map, and A and C are on opposite sides. One team spawns at A, our team spawns at C. There's 2 rounds. You gain points by capturing flags, so the more flags you have, the better. the more points you get, and the more points you build up. And when someone hits 100 points, the round ends, the spawns flip, and you restart again. The thing is that you can, if you spawned at A, you can still capture C, and C people at C can capture A. It can flip around all the time. But the more flags you have, the more points you get, and the more likely you are to win the game. I think Domination's very much a good objective game mode to start off with, because it's quite simple. It's quite easy. All you have to do is run over and stand on the flag. It can be very fast paced. It can be very exciting. It's an exciting game mode. The spawns can make some really fun gameplay, and like sometimes I play some Domination on Ground War, and it's super duper fun. I'll go into Ground War in a minute, but it can be absolutely hectic, and you can get some really nice spawn traps, and you get so many kills, and it's great. But on the other end of that, if you're being spawn trapped, it's not so fun. So I would, if you're looking for an objective game mode to crack on with, I'd definitely start off with Domination. Now I'm just going to leave the rest of these because these ones aren't, they're not too massive. I wanted to cover the primary main 4 there. So I'm just going to jump over to Hardcore. Now Hardcore is exactly the same in terms of game type, like TDM, Free For All, Domination, Kill Confirm, Search and Story Capture. Like they're all the same in terms of how the gameplay is, except in Hardcore there's limited HUD, which is the HUD is all the bits that are around the side, the map, how much ammo you have and everything like that. It's all gone pretty much. If you get a UAV, the map pops up. There's very low health, so it's about a 1 or 2 bullet kill. Friendly fire is enabled, so if you shoot a teammate, they will die, and if you shoot 2 teammates in one game, you get kicked. What else is there? There's no health regen either, so once you get shot once and you're damaged, you can never replenish your health until you die, later on. If you're looking for more of that, realistic warfare, I'd play Hardcore because it's a lot more realistic, obviously, because in real life you wouldn't have the whole HUD thing. Your health would be extremely low because if you get shot once by a bullet, you're dead in real life, aren't you? So it's a lot more realistic in that sense. If you're looking for something a bit more realistic, I would definitely play some Hardcore. It's very fun as well. Like I love just jumping around the map, one bullet in people. It's great. You can get some really nice streaks and some really nice gameplay. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, a bit more realism maybe, then Hardcore is probably for you. And finally, we've got Ground War. Now Ground War consists of 3 game types: Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Safeguard. Now I didn't cover Safeguard in the core game modes, but I'll just quickly cover it now. Safeguard essentially is you can either be on 2 sides. You can either be on the side with the robot or the side opposing the robot. If you're on the side with the robot, you basically got to stand by the robot and escort it to the end zone in the enemy spawn, and obviously vice versa. If you're defending, then you've got to stop the robot getting to the objective. It can either be 2 rounds or 4 rounds, but it's a very fast-paced game mode, lots of kills, lots of killing. It's absolutely mental. So if you're looking for that, then I would definitely play some Safeguard. But yeah, Ground War, instead of 6v6, so instead of being able to play either 3v3 to 6v6, it's 6v6 to 9v9. So you can play 18 people in a lobby. It can get absolutely crazy. The thing is, it's limited to certain maps because obviously it's 9v9. So if some of the smaller maps you can't actually play because that would just be ridiculous. So it's limited to maps, but they still have a lot of good maps on Ground War. Like you've got your Hunted and everything like that. Hunted is great. You've got Infection on there, so there's no worry. You've got Breach as well, even though Breach is kind of small. Breach is on there, so that's pretty good. But yeah, Ground War is very much a game mode that is just absolutely hectic. So if you're looking for just to run around and go absolutely mental, not play particularly seriously, I'd say Ground War, even though it's 9v9 and it's crazy, I still find Ground War sometimes a bit more relaxing because you don't really have to focus as much in a weird way. But obviously it's up to you, it's up to the player, it's up to you what you want to play. So yeah, hopefully this video covered some of the main game modes there, and hopefully you've got a bit of a clearer idea of what game modes you want to play, what speaks to you personally, and what terms of what play style you're looking for. If you're looking for that, fast-paced gameplay, then I definitely go into something like Domination or something like that, because that can be very fast-paced. If you're looking for something a bit more relaxed, a bit more of a chill, I'd probably hop into something like TDM, because that can be it's very relaxing, very chilled out. But yeah, it all depends on what playstyle you want to play or anything like that. But obviously you can play as many game modes as you want. There's no rules with Call of Duty. You can play how you want. It doesn't matter. But yeah, if you're just looking to practice, like you just started off, I would definitely practice TDM. Get used to the maps, get used to your classes, get used to guns, find out what guns you like, and then maybe hop into some other game modes, try those out and see what game modes there. Because obviously there's tons more game modes here. You know, you've got Demolition Fracture, Kill Confirmed Hardpoint, normal 6v6 Safeguard, Capture the Flag, and Uplink, and obviously all these hardcore game modes as well. So there's tons of stuff you can play. But first, initially I'd definitely start off with some TDM. But yeah, guys, if you found this video useful, please leave a like, sub, and next week I'll be talking about, I think it'll be a 2-part episode because I've got a lot to talk about in this one, and this will be maps and spawns. Now, personally, this is the most important lesson I'm probably going to be talking about in this series, because it's basically to the foundation of how I personally play COD, and I consider it the most important thing when playing COD is knowing spawns and maps. But I'll cover it in the next episode, or the next couple of episodes. But yeah, that covers this, guys, and I'll see you next week.